Our planet is stunning, breathtaking, mysterious, but also terrifying. While most people dream of vacationing in Paris or chilling on a tropical beach, there are places out there that will chew you up, spit you out, and laugh while doing it. Today, we're diving into the top 10 insanely dangerous places you've never heard of. And trust me, you won't be booking a flight to any of these after this video, unless, of course, you have a death wish. In which case, bon voyage. Let's start at number 10. Brace yourself. This one looks like a postcard, but it's basically the postcard from hell. Number 10. Lake Natron, Tanzania. At first glance, Lake Natron in Tanzania looks magical. A shimmering body of water with hues of pink and red that could pass for a romantic getaway spot. You might think, wow, this would make the perfect Instagram photo? Well, sure, if you don't mind turning into a stone statue first. Lake Natron is so alkaline. Its pH levels can reach 10.5. For context, that's higher than household bleach. Bleach! This lake doesn't play around. Birds, bats, and even unwary animals that land in its waters are calcified, basically mummified by minerals. Their bodies preserved like some sort of creepy art exhibit. Imagine a swan gracefully flying in, dipping into the water, and then boom, stone swan forever. The temperature, it gets up to 60 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than most ovens. So yeah, if you were hoping for a swim, forget it. Lake Natron is like Mother Nature saying, look but don't touch. Seriously, don't touch. Number 9. Death Road, Bolivia. Next up, we've got a place that actually sounds like it was named by an edgy teenager writing heavy metal lyrics. Death Road, Bolivia. Officially called the North Youngest Road, but honestly, Death Road just fits better because, well, you know, people die here. Imagine a narrow dirt road carved into the side of a mountain with cliffs dropping thousands of feet. No guardrails, fog so thick you can't see 10 feet in front of you. Trucks, buses, and daredevil cyclists all competing for space. It's basically Mario Kart on nightmare mode. At its peak, this road claimed about 200 to 300 lives every year. Cars tumbling off the edge, buses vanishing into the mist. Gone. And yet, somehow, it's become a tourist attraction. Cyclists from around the world come here just to say they conquered Death Road. Yeah, because nothing screams vacation like plummeting off a cliff. Honestly, I respect the bravery. Or maybe it's just stupidity disguised as bravery. Either way, it's insane. Number 8. Miyakojima Island, Japan. Now, let's move to Japan. A beautiful country with cherry blossoms, sushi, and, oh yeah, an island where you literally can't step outside without a gas mask. Welcome to Miyakojima. This island is basically a ticking volcano. It constantly spews toxic sulfur dioxide gas into the air. Imagine living in a place where the weather report isn't partly cloudy with a chance of rain. It's toxic fumes with a chance of sudden suffocation. The government once had to evacuate the entire island, and when they let people move back, the condition was simple. Carry a gas mask at all times. All times. Imagine trying to flirt at a bar with a giant gas mask strapped to your face. Romance is dead. Even the schools there had drills, not fire drills, gas mask drills. And get this, tourists actually go there for the thrill of walking around in masks, as if it's a cosplay of the apocalypse. Only in Japan, right? Number 7. Ramri Island. Now, let me warn you, this one is the stuff of nightmares. Picture a swampy mangrove forest, buzzing with insects, sticky heat, and oh, did I mention? It's home to the largest population of saltwater crocodiles on the planet. And these are not the friendly smile for the camera crocs. These guys are 20 feet long and have jaws powerful enough to snap a cow in half. But here's where it gets really creepy. During World War II, a group of Japanese soldiers retreated into the swamps of Ramri Island. Big mistake. According to reports, hundreds of them were eaten alive by the crocodiles. Yes, an entire battalion reduced to dinner. The Guinness Book of World Records even calls it the greatest disaster involving crocodiles in human history. Forget horror movies, this is straight up real-life nightmare fuel. So yeah, if you ever find yourself near Ramri Island, maybe just keep walking, and don't, under any circumstances, take a midnight swim. Number 6. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Deep in Turkmenistan, there's a massive crater that's been on fire for over 50 years. Locals call it the Door to Hell, and honestly, if you see it, you'll agree. Back in 1971, Soviet scientists were drilling for natural gas. Things didn't exactly go as planned. The ground collapsed, leaving behind this giant hole. To prevent poisonous gases from escaping, they lit it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few weeks. Well, spoiler alert, it's still burning. For 5 decades. Imagine a campfire that just refuses to quit. At night, the flames illuminate the desert for miles, making it look like a gateway straight into the underworld. Some locals even say it's cursed. Others treat it like a tourist attraction. Me? I'd admire it from Google Images, thanks very much. Number 5. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, Ukraine. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, or worse, inside a nuclear reactor, you've probably heard of it. Back in 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear plant exploded in the worst nuclear disaster in human history. Radiation spewed everywhere, and the surrounding city of Pripyat was evacuated almost overnight. Here's the creepy part. Pripyat still stands, abandoned amusement parks, schools with books still on the desks, dolls scattered across empty cribs. It's like the entire town was frozen in time. It looks like a horror movie set, except it's real. And yeah, people actually take tours there. Tour guides will be like, please stay on the path and don't touch anything, because if you pick up the wrong rock, congratulations. You now glow in the dark. The radiation has decreased, but some areas are still highly toxic. Wild animals have moved in, thriving in the absence of humans. Wolves, deer, even bears. It's like nature said, thanks for leaving humans, we'll take it from here. But still, would I camp there overnight? Absolutely not. I enjoy not having superpowers, thank you very much. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. Now let's talk about one of the creepiest places on Earth. Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island. Sounds fun, right? Wrong. This place is crawling with golden lancehead vipers, one of the deadliest snakes in the world. And when I say crawling, I mean it's estimated there's one snake every square meter. Yeah, every square meter. Step left, snake. Step right, snake. Step forward, your lunch. Their venom is so potent it can melt human flesh. I repeat, melt human flesh. It's basically the xenomorph blood from Alien, but in snake form. Even the Brazilian government said, nope, nobody goes there. The island is completely off limits to the public. The only people allowed are scientists with government approval. Imagine your job being snake counter on Snake Island. That's not a career. That's a death sentence. So yeah, unless your life goal is to audition for a horror movie called Snakes on an Island, you might want to skip this one. Number 3. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Coming in at number 3 is a place so hostile, some scientists call it the closest thing to hell on Earth. Welcome to the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. It's one of the hottest, driest, and most toxic places known to man. Temperatures can soar above 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and the ground bubbles with sulfuric acid and neon-colored chemical pools that look alien. It's so extreme. NASA actually studies it to understand what life might look like on other planets. Think about that. This place is so nasty it qualifies as Mars' evil cousin. The air is thick with poisonous gases, the water is acid, and the ground is so unstable you could fall into boiling pits. And people still visit. Tourists pay good money to see it. Imagine the travel brochure. Come to Ethiopia's Danakil Depression. Watch your skin dissolve in real time. Honestly, if the devil ever took a vacation, I'm convinced this is where he'd book his Airbnb. Number 2. Lake Nyos, Cameroon. This is proof that water can kill you in ways you'd never expect. Meet Lake Nyos, also called the Killer Lake. On August 21, 1986, the lake suddenly released a massive cloud of carbon dioxide. No warning, just a giant invisible gas bubble. Within minutes, over 1,700 people in nearby villages suffocated in their sleep. Cattle, birds, everything gone. Imagine going to bed thinking tomorrow is another normal day and then you never wake up. That's how deadly it was. Entire families were wiped out in seconds. Scientists later discovered that volcanic gases had been building up at the bottom of the lake, trapped under pressure, until the lake literally burped death. To this day, it remains one of the most bizarre natural disasters in history. And although safety measures have been put in place, let's just say, if you ever find yourself near Lake Nyos, maybe don't set up a picnic by the water. Number 1. North Sentinel Island, India. And finally, at number 1, we've got the ultimate no-go zone on Earth. North Sentinel Island, located in the Bay of Bengal. This island is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world. And they've made one thing very clear: outsiders are not welcome. The Indian government has declared it illegal to approach within 5 kilometers of the island. Why? Because if you get too close, you'll likely be greeted by a hail of arrows. These people have lived in isolation for thousands of years, and they want to keep it that way. Missionaries, fishermen, even researchers who tried to make contact have been killed. Think about it. In a world of smartphones, satellites, and TikTok dances, there's still a group of people living like it's the Stone Age. And they'll fight to protect it. And honestly, good for them. But for the rest of us, North Sentinel Island is the kind of place you look at on Google Maps. And then keep scrolling. And there you have it. The top 10 insanely dangerous places you've never heard of. From lakes that turn animals into stone, to roads that claim lives every year, to radioactive ghost towns, snake-infested islands, and tribes that will fight to stay uncontacted. Our world is filled with danger hiding in plain sight. Some of these places are beautiful, some are terrifying, but all of them remind us that Earth is not just our home. It's also a wild, unpredictable planet that doesn't care about our comfort zones. This is Top Facts, and if you enjoyed this journey into the world's most dangerous places, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss our next deep dive into the strangest, scariest, and most fascinating corners of our planet. So, which of these places gave you the biggest chills? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the scariest places on Earth are the ones you've never even heard of.